once again, it's always a tremendous you would be fired up that when you leave this event, you leave this conference, that you'd be in awe of your son. In Jesus' name. But first must he suffer many things and be rejected of this generation. It is here with his men that our beloved Savior is once again making his dreadful announcement of his soon betrayal, rejection, and coming execution. Jesus in verse 26 parallels his coming judgment with that of Noah's day. We know from this verse and those following that Jesus is talking about future judgments. First, he's going to suffer, and then he'll be rejected before these things. Now, Noah's story is paramount, considering the catastrophic judgment that befell the world in his day.
So you can get Jeff Rowe's sermon, Left Alone with God, Embracing Rejection and Loneliness, at Jeremiah Crime Ministries. And if you're a street preacher, evangelist, it will be a blessing to you. But in that sermon, he talks about the need to embrace rejection, that if you're a biblical preacher, then you're going to get rejected. I always remember the story of Campbell Morgan. He was being interviewed for a job as a pastor with a Methodist, and they didn't accept him. He wired his dad and said, you know, reject, I've been rejected by the Methodists. And his dad sent a wire saying, rejected by men, but accepted in heaven. And if you turn to 2 Corinthians chapter 11, Paul says this, verse 24, the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten with rods, once was stoned, thrice I suffered shipwreck at night, and there I have been in deep. In journeyings often, in perils of waters, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen. So Paul knew what it was like to suffer, and you will suffer as a preacher, especially in these days. And so you need to be focused and just accept the fact that if you are faithful to the Lord, if you're faithful to the word of God, you will be persecuted. John the Baptist said that, John the Baptist preached and he had his head cut off. Now, we're not to be jerks, as Jeff Rose has said, where we quote controversy or where we stir up controversy. We're just to preach the word of God, preach the gospel. But if we do that, we will get kickback, we will get persecuted. So go and listen to the sermon. It's a really encouraging sermon. If you're an evangelist or a pastor or a preacher, it will really stir you to keep going in the Lord. God bless you and take care. Thank you, Jeff, for an excellent sermon. God bless.